Hello, this is Chris with Destination Art, and today I'm doing a little experimental landscape with pen and ink and a little bit of watercolor. This is a photo that my sister took when she was on a recent trip, and I had it printed off, and I'm using it as a reference. So I had seen a shirt from, once again, one of the ladies that I work with. She was wearing this awesome shirt, and it was a white shirt with black line work and some gray shadows, and then these really brilliant splashes of color wherever there were plants or flowers. And so I was trying to sort of recreate that with this painting. The first thing I did was sort of try to sketch out where everything was in pencil. Then I went over it with my 0.2 fine liner that I got in my recent Palettefull Packs box, and just tried to get an indication of where the bridge was, where the stones were around the bridge, and some of the details for the little footpath bridge, which it was kind of a challenge, but I think I did okay. And oop, there, my cat's helping. Always with the cat. So the idea, since I tend to overpaint things, I just love putting paint everywhere. My plan for this one is to have sort of a minimalist approach. And so I'm only painting with gray and green, and then just have a splash of yellow and red when I get to that point. So right now I'm just laying in some gray shadows with everything, and for that I mixed up ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. I tried first, and I had used the wrong blue, so I had that big green gray blob there, and I had to go back and redo it. So anyway, the ultramarine blue and burnt sienna really make a nice gray. So I laid in the first go around of grays, and then I decided to just splash in some green color for the trees. Now this lady, her shirt that she had, it was more of an urban scene, so it was maybe like an Italian or French village with people with window boxes everywhere. So it was really pretty, and I might try to recreate something like that. This is just, I'm using that idea to represent this painting in that kind of style. So anyway, I'm not sure if I like it or not yet, because I usually have to walk away from my paintings before I can get a less than overly critical eye. So, and I think I'm adding in the flowers now, just a splash of color here and there. I should have maybe made them a little bit bigger. I just put drops of color in, and I did have to clean up because some of the greenery in the back was still wet, so I did have to clean that up a little bit. And let's see, yeah. Okay, so I decided that corner was a little too blank, so I decided just to throw in a corner splash of color to make it look kind of an eye stop. Then I decided that my grays were too light, and so that I needed to build up some darker grays. So I mixed some really thick paint there and had a thin brush and was laying in where the darker shadows should be. Now the only challenge I had with this brush was it was hard to go back in and then spread the paint because it was so thin. So I had to get a bigger brush to finish that off. But so for trying not to overpaint a painting, I think this was a good exercise to do. And it's just a different style. I might refine the style a little bit more. Her shirt was so pretty. It was just gorgeous. And so I think I might try a different urban painting like that in the future. So stay tuned for that, which means you should like and subscribe because, it's YouTube. So anyway, okay, I'm going in and just making the shadows darker in different areas. So the slats on the bridge, I was also trying to put some shadow under the greenery that you could see through the slats, if that made sense. So I was doing some negative painting, trying to get in there and get everything done. And then I did decide to splatter some paint on there just to give it some random interest. So I was trying to be careful with the green. I did green up top and gray sort of down on the bottom on the footpath. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you would like to try a painting technique like this. Please like and subscribe and have a fabulous day.